so why don't we take a look at the status of the new maps together. I have this in development version. So let's start first by looking at the selection map. So let me switch to my browser window here. So you're still seeing my screen, I'm hoping. So,
Yes.
All right, so let's take a look at the selection map first. And I'm running this live out of production, so we'll see. Hopefully it's not going to bark at me. So let's take a look. Selection map, the new selection map. We have just finished the development of that. It's not yet finished, but we have it working finally in HTML5. So you see, this is very similar to what we had before in the Adobe Flash version, where you see right now I'm in the residence map essentially. So I have a list of all the residences. Right now it's all the states that are selected. I can clear that selection. When I do, obviously all the states disappear. There's this typical selection tool. I can start selecting my geography of interest, and I can keep clicking to add more states. You can also use the selection drop-down to type a name, and it's going to find it for you, and then you could use the plus button to add it manually to the selection.
Danny, is it Control or Shift click now? Because now if you click and then just click again, you select a new selection, and the previous selection unclicks.
No, right now how it works is if I keep selecting, it keeps selecting. I don't have to hit Shift. It's just going to keep selecting, and if I click on it again, then it's actually removed.
Okay.
It's a lot easier, a lot more intuitive that way, because then you can just keep selecting or unselecting by re-clicking.
I like it.
The other thing you can do as well is use that unselect all map features, which is very useful. Let's say you made a mistake and you just want to start over again. You can just click on that and you start again. So you can just keep going and pick your geography of interest. It's fairly simple. We still have the drop-down, which allows you to view all the geographic levels. So right now I have a few states selected, but let's say I want to start working at the county level. I can select that, and now the counties are displaying. I can zoom in, let's say zoom to Oregon, for instance. As we zoom in, we have more detailed geographies available. Obviously, it's important to have a proper representation. So the more you zoom in, the more the features have details, and we don't lose the details of the geographies, and it's key to have proper representation. So that's something that's taken care of. So at that point, I can start working with all the other selection tools, which, for instance, the circular selection, I can select, draw an area on the map, it picks the item, and I can still remove using the direct selection tool if I want to extend it. Very simple. I can also use the rectangular selection, same approach, keep expanding my selection, or I can restart again and do a polygon. So if I do a polygon, whatever will intersect my polygon will be selected. So all of those tools are pretty much out of the box. You can just use them in the selection map, and what you get is the result. The resulting geographies are being selected. You can see that I have 4 states right now. I have a series of counties. You can also remove item from the list by just clicking on the remove button, and it removes it. You can see now I'm making holes in that area.